Marshall, just an excellent play off the wall there. You saw how clean that movement was. Looking to get back on the defensive end, though. Pass up to luiGi. luiGi trying to get a nice soft touch off the backboard. Not quite going to get there, though. Defensive control for Squirrel. Waiting to see that boost does finally show up, but again goes to another car. JT up on the top. Nice defense from luiGi. Sends it back out. Squirrel just a nice chip up. No! Off the rim. luiGi another attempt. Squirrel back on the side. luiGi now. Squirrel to get it back into the zone with 100 boost as well. Not able to get a shot on target. Still 3-0, and we've had more game played without a goal now than we have had for the 3 goals early on. Shot was on target there. 1 minute down, 3-0.
It's amazing how just a really disastrous 15 seconds can just turn an entire game suddenly almost unwinnable. Oh, Squirrel almost puts a really juicy shot on, but if you're going to be behind and you're trying to make a comeback, it's better to have a lot of time on the clock. I want to take a second to thank Face. Dude, Face just popped off while we were in break for 10 subs. 10 gifted subs, Face. Thank you so much. Is that right? I think it was 10. And then Platty.
I think it was 20.
Wait, it was 20?
I can't count. I could be wrong. It was 20. No, yeah, it was 20.
Wow, Face. You're a madman. Face, you're not out of this yet. I hope you can continue to crawl through the loser's bracket. But this is a massive tournament. Good luck down there. We've got
that's something to mention too. How you're mentioning you don't really know like the play styles out of familiarity, but a tournament like this, so big, so many competitors. I think we might get some very kind of exciting storylines with people who we are unfamiliar with, trying to make some plays against some very well-known members of the Ranked Hoops community. So it's going to be exciting to see how this boils down as this bracket gets more and more competitive.
Ooh, that shot is actually just in.
By the way. That's in the hoop. That's it. Just in case anybody didn't see.
If you asked me before this goes in, if I think it was going to hit the rim, I would say twice, at least 3 times. And it almost doesn't need the rim. It just falls right in. That's the perfect angle. I don't think you really expected that, having that 50-50, but here we are. Squirrel looking for the double. Excellent defense by JTurbo.
JT now to try to carry up through neutral. We'll get off the backboard, and that's going to be a nice touch. Oh, Squirrel, the shot from the side from luiGi. Had so much speed on it, just not quite high enough. It's going to hit the front of the rim. luiGi back out to the side. Nice chip there, nice challenge against Marshall. No touch there, not enough boost to get one. It's open field, or open court rather. Opportunity doesn't quite actually fall down off the top of the ceiling there. It's going to be a little bit of a scuffle in the corner, looking to try to clear this out for another goal, but no, they're actually going to chip it all the way over, front side, 5-0.
Was luiGi out of boost the whole time? He's on 12 right now, and he's backwards. You never want to really be there, and he's guarding near post. It's too many things gone wrong. He's on his own. Yeah, that's certainly a rough spot, but that's what happens if your net is just under siege for that long. Your boost just drains down.
12 boost and backwards is actually the name of my autobiography.
I was thinking of starting a band.
It's going to be out in stores now. We do have an answer. Squirrel and luiGi finally do get a little bit of life in the tournament. Nice little air carry here just to get it right up over the edge. Nobody on defense to really challenge it there. We do have our 5-1 scoreline. 2:06.
Here come the friendships.
In this game right now. Double and no goal off of it. So there we go. That's a change.
For any of you in the audience that are new to this, typically the friendship kickoffs do, if it's a friendship on either side, it doesn't actually score that often. It's kind of really, really surprising that we had 3 goals off of friendship kickoffs alone. When Marshall dribbles it all the way home to open net for... No, he doesn't have it! Oh, man. It's not an easy rim read for sure. But that would have been certainly the game ender. If you're up by 5 goals, I don't think there's any way the other team can come back.
Nice hesitation there. Squirrel does get a clip on the ball, though. Looking for a pinch. Marshall back up off the wall immediately, looking to get a second touch off the corner. Unable to flip quite far enough. Off the backboard. Chance for a read here. It's going to be up for luiGi. Unable to get the touch or the read. Coming up on 1 minute left. Squirrel pops this backwards. Maybe a little miscommunication there with luiGi. Marshall going to get an absolute destruction.
Nice shot.
On the front side, but it's not enough. And is there hope? Is there belief?
There's hope. There's always hope. When there's friendship, there's hope. Squirrel, that was such a great double tap. I don't think he can just take the shot because JTurbo is predicting that. He's kind of guarding that direction on that near post defense, but that just goes to show if you can put some kind of trickery on the ball when your opponent's guarding near post, That's the time to score, and that's a really low shot. Squirrel's going to lift it up, but it's looking very dangerous for them as JT going to carry it, looking for Marshall, gets the reset. Blocked away by luiGi. Good defense, but they need to transfer this into offense if they're hoping to come back in this game.
Gonna try to carry it up and over. Does get a little bit of a bump here. luiGi up off the rim, not quite. Want to get that all the way over to the backboard, didn't quite get there. Off the wall. Opportunity, is that a little bit too far? Yes, it's gonna be touched anyway. And now carried all the way the other direction, back corner. 6-2. How did that offensive opportunity turn against them so quickly?
That's one of my favorite things about the Hoops Court is that it's so short. It's the only designated 2v2 map in all of Rocket League. And you can transition from defense back to offense, and often from your own backboard, you can land a single hit that will take it all the way back to your opponent's goal.
And it looks like we will have our 6-2 scoreline here, solidifying a result of some nature, but we do see luiGi fighting back for now. Full boost backside, luiGi with no boost, something that has been kind of common this game, despite some of these excellent plays we've been seeing come out from our blue contenders here. Squirrel going to pop this up towards center. Is luiGi there for the read? JT going to go ahead and knock that down in neutral. It's going to be Marshall for the double. No. Squirrel now. An opportunity. In court. Open. Tries to get the touch out towards the side. Nice redirect off the backboard. That's the double. It's 3-6. And even though this does result in a victory for monkE time, you got to think there's a little bit of momentum we can take into the game number 2 for our wall team.
That's exactly right. I mean, if you completely ignore the first 3 goals that happened this game, it's even. So if Squirrel and luiGi, if they're warmed up, they're going to be good to go. All right, we're going to switch servers over to US East.
Like you were saying, kind of catching all of us off guard, just coming out strong with some really technical, mechanical plays. And we're going to see, like, can the wall set up a wall of defense to try not let some of these shots get through? There were a lot of counterattacks that were very, very successful for monkE time. Gonna have to see if the wall kind of shut down those counters. They were pretty strong.
The chat is popping off right now with the DK rap from Donkey Kong 64, except it's MT.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
monkE time. They're cheering him on.
We may have to do, like, an impromptu cover of that song, actually.
Yeah, if they win.
You know all the lyrics, right?
Of course. Squirrel getting on the scoreboard early. It's a reverse of what we saw last time. That was such a unique pinch, and somehow pulled that shot off. I don't blame Marshall at all for not seeing that one coming. The shot is just barely above the rim, and he didn't see it coming at all.
It's going to be a great start for the wall. A completely opposite start, actually, to what was happening in the last game. Nice hesitation there from luiGi to just float their car out, knowing that the hesitation was an opportunity. It's going to be a little bit too far. Squirrel to touch. Marshall waiting in the right spot. This could actually be a nice counterattack opportunity here for the wall. And they are going to be able to get a shot on target. luiGi sends it over to the far side. He's going to try to get another touch. Pops up. Is Squirrel there? Squirrel's there.
Ceiling.
Touches up. Will there be an opportunity? Marshall going to send this back out. luiGi now up off to try to get that near side of the rim. Not quite going to go in. JT, the 50, sends it all the way back, just like we were talking about. This court can be, you can go all the way across the court, travel the court with very little effort and time. The shot towards near rim. Another excellent opportunity. Still 1-0, but man, game 2 is already on fire.
Indeed, it does seem like the wall has warmed up. Squirrel and luiGi are playing so fast, and they're maintaining that pressure relentlessly, shooting at the net over and over and over. JT and Marshall, though, they're defending well, except when they least expect it, a shot right above the rim.
What was that you were saying? What were they doing?
They're doing defense. There it is.
They're doing the defense. They're doing the thing. They're doing the stuff. Yep. They're doing the thing when they do it, and that's the thing. That's the second shot, by the way. You mentioned how low, how shallow that first shot was, and once again, we have another shallow shot, and luiGi and Squirrel both have matched up for a pair early on.
What a save from Squirrel, swatting it away right as the death shot was coming in. And Rue, thanks so much for the 5 months. We appreciate it, guys. It's making these tournaments possible. Oh, this looks good. Marshall is passed to JT. Blocked away by luiGi. You got to make those pre-jumps. One thing about those low shots we've seen so far from the wall is that it forces your opponents to make a decision, right? If the ball is going to bounce off of the rim, you need to act in a completely different manner than if it's going to be rimless. So all those low shots, it's acting on instinct rather than just with your eyes, you know?
luiGi's going to try to act with the backflip. Get that over to the other side. Defensive zone for Orange. It's going to be luiGi up off the backboard. Squirrel, oh, it's a little bit tough. Bit of a hard pass off the backboard there. And we still have a 2-0 scoreline. You wouldn't think this would be our scoreline starting off game 2 after the game 1 score, which did go the other direction. monkE time got a demo. JT taking out luiGi. 1-on-1, 1-on-2 now. Squirrel trying to do it all. Oh, might actually be able to get a little bit of a touch. We all thought they were going to go for it. They did. Not quite able to get there in time before it was cleared out of the zone. luiGi going to actually bounce up over one, looking for another one. Will it be goal number 3? Still in a dangerous spot up off the wall. luiGi turns on it. Puts this back. It's going to be Squirrel there. No, and this could be the counterattack. Marshall to lift. Backboard in. 2-1.
The wall just bit off a little bit more than they could chew. luiGi goes to the backboard. Squirrel is also there, but doesn't have that read, and they give it right to Marshall. All he needs to do is lift it up and read the backboard, and this is the bread and butter of anyone that plays in the dunk house. They know how to lift it up and blast it down from the backboard. It's one of the most convenient ways to score if it's just you and you have no worry about the defense.
Back on defense for the wall. Up the corner here. It's going to actually bounce out in a really nice spot. It's going to be up off the top. Wanted to get that light little touch there. Unable to do so. JT to turn to neutral. Squirrel puts the hitboxes up to try to get a 50. Not quite going to get there. The pinch up off the top. luiGi needs a save. Yes! luiGi, a miraculous touch to keep the lead. 2-1 off the right side. Marshall now will try to get this back out to tie the game. Marshall a little bit too low. And it's getting very difficult to get the ball up over the rim with low boost when you're that close to the goal. Now back out to the left side. Squirrel, full boost, opportunity off the ceiling. No, the ball did not go with him. That's going to be up off the corner. Dangerous ball here. luiGi gets a touch. It's not quite enough, is it? It is. It does stay out. Nice hitbox here from Squirrel on the defensive end. 90 seconds to go. Game 2.
That's too low.
That is just enough. 2-2. We're tied up in game 2.
These low shots are absolutely what is making or breaking these goals. That move from JT, not only was it a low shot, but it was also like a 90-degree redirect.
Like how?
I don't know.
Like it's so insane.
Sometimes the players, I swear, they're not asking them if it's possible. They're asking, they're like seeing the after effect of their car hitting the ball, and they're kind of like hoping and praying that it works. And sometimes the Rocket League gods answer them. Here's a really low shot from luiGi, though. Gonna go
Marshall
back out.
Pre-jump for the save too. 60 seconds on the clock here. That's going to go back out to the right. It's actually right out back in front. It's going to pop out into a dangerous spot. Marshall does get the touch on the wall here. Squirrel with the 50. Nice. Sends that back out over half court. Oh, it's going to be a nice touch. Oh!
Did he come off the ceiling?
Squirrel gives him the lead.
No, just off of the ground, but somehow he holds on to that flip. That had to have been to the millisecond.
That was a
microsecond.
That's like a flip cancel, right? Like he flip canceled that just in time to keep the back of his car up.
To the microsecond, that had to have been exactly the amount of time you can hold on to a flip for. I swear that seemed like it was ages long. It's these crazy, like, unthinkable shots that the wall is putting out right now that monkE time is really struggling with. Meanwhile, I think JT and Marshall, they're really relying on their hoops expertise. As JT, this is a very common shot we see in 1v1. This Turbo just rolls it up the net. He sees that luiGi wants to take the back wall, but it's so far away from the back wall to defend the front of the net. As long as you can read that ball as it rolls up the net, it's an easy shot.
Just tuck that one into bed. 3-3. 36 seconds on the clock. Game number 2. Game number 1 did go over to monkE time, so we will have to see if game number 2 can tie it up in the best of 3 series. Shot down. There it is. Nice pass play. Squirrel finds luiGi. Each of them have a pair of goals for the 1-goal lead, 4-3. Less than 30 to go in game 2.
You love to see these plays. The backboard passes, they're not always viable, but when they are, it's so satisfying. You can't ask for a better alley-oop than sitting on the backboard and having your teammate pinpoint precision pass it right to you. Wait, that's a low shot. Ooh, it's going to skim!
That feels... I mean, yeah. Skimmer.
How about that? The rim skimmer. Yep. Poor JTurboH. That's what I was mentioning. These low shots, the players have to make a snap judgment. Is it going to bounce? Is it going to go straight upward when it bounces? Is it not going to bounce at all? And it's a struggle each time. JTurboH just happened to make the wrong choice in that matter. And that's going to give a 2-point lead to the wall. They're looking to close this game out nicely.
JT trying to get in touch here. Still a little bit of time on the clock, but it does look like this ball is floating out in no man's land. It is going to take a little bit of time off the clock, and as that clock does tick down, we will be going to the deciding game 3. This actually might find its way over to the goal. Nope. And at this point, 5-3, 8 goals in game number 2. The wall indeed turns the script, and we do have a 1-1 scoreline. We are into a best of 1 here, and winners round 3 of this 2v2 hoops tournament. And man, we have a lot of people signed up for this. It's going to be absolutely insane. I'm really excited to see just what this tournament's going to be offering down the line.
All right, game 3. We already got the camera spam.
Between our 2 teams here. Reminder, the wall is Squirrel and luiGi, monkE time, JT and Marshall. And we are off into game number 3 here. The deciding match for who goes on to winners round 4. It's going to be a nice little pop-up here. Opportunity early on. JT not able to quite get there. Does use all their boost. Sends it back out. Side boost is gone. They got to go back for the for mid, but a nice challenge in the offensive zone from Marshall. And that 50. Oh, the Squirrel, the 0 boost fake. Very tactical. Try to get this ball up into the air. Can't quite do it. And no, luiGi now to try to carry out. Will they be able to actually get bumped from behind? This is insane. That ball shot's going to be on up over the net. And unfortunately, boost rotation unavailable. 1-0.
I bet in the comms between Squirrel and luiGi's like, I'm going to take it off the ceiling and have a shot. Squirrel did not expect luiGi to get bumped and sent right back down to the ground as JT just takes the easy shot from the mid. Squirrel, we already know he was on 0 boost and he was hunting for more, and there's no way he could get back to the net with a full tank.
luiGi now to try to even up the score line. It's going to be Squirrel actually off on the other side, and it bounced out a little bit far. The lift from JT, is it enough to get up over the rim? A little miscontrol off to the side there. Trying to get around the defender's hitbox. luiGi now going for the pinch, and that ball was pinched, but we'll call it soft pinch. JT now does get the reset up and forward. Not able to get that ball on target. Marshall up off the back, looking for another touch, and actually saves it. Saves it outside. Marshall now trying to go for a 50. Still trying to carry this ball into the net. Back and forth we go. And it's going to be JT now off the backboard. Squirrel to send it out. Marshall back in. Marshall with an opportunity.
That's a great pass.
What a shot. What a placement from JT. 2-0.
They've responded with their own backboard shot. This is such a perfect pass over to JT. I think Marshall has got a bird's eye view of exactly where JT wants to be heading. As long as he can get the pass somewhere above the net from the backboard and dropping down on the ball, JT is always going to get to that ball first. And they were banking on it. That is kind of the risk. Oh, jeez, the kickoff, I guess.
Sure. I mean, banking on maybe a comeback, too. 1-2, halfway through tying it up. Ooh.
I see.
Interesting.
So that goes to show how dangerous these friendships are. If you go for a fusion kickoff like that and completely whiff it, your teammate is going to have no boost because they just slammed into you with everything they had in their tank. You're going to be on the other side of the court. The other team, all they have to do is just put a simple shot on. So how important those friendships are to get exactly right. Squirrel's going to dunk it down from the cross-court dribble.
Go.
Man, once again, these full court, really, really low dribbles where you pinch it with the backboard and straight down, they're so effective against a team that isn't ready.
And we do have a 2-2 score line here. We do go into the very symmetrical face-off there. Going to be JT actually setting it up for the teammate here, Marshall, to carry it up. Does get it up over the backboard. That's going to be enough of a touch. Back towards left side. And barely 10 seconds off the clock here. JT, a nice little touch. Marshall comes back flipping up off the wall, and it's just enough of a scoop. We have a 2-3 lead, 1-goal lead for monkE time here. And so far, neither team showing any desire to slow down on the offensive end. We have 8 shots already from XD monkE time.
Not only are they unrelenting, but they went all in for that, right? That was a poker move of laying your cards down on the table with that last offensive play, and fortunately for them, it worked out. But if you got 2 people going on an offensive position and you both wind up in the corner, if the defense can weather the storm, if they can break free, that's always going to be a counterattack. And the counterattack goals are some of the most guaranteed goals you can have. That's a pass to the backboard. Lift up from Marshall. He doesn't have any boost to follow it up, though.
JT back out to neutral. luiGi now to try to carry it up over the top of the rim. It does get there. JT enough of a save. luiGi back out to center. Squirrel does a nice little curl there. Nice flick up. And this is going to be on. Nice save. JT comes from the center court there to get enough of a touch. JT now. Wow, Squirrel. Hitbox up just in time. luiGi trying to slow it down out of the corner. Does see a challenger. Flips into it. Marshall the 50. The bump. Opportunity perhaps. Squirrel. Oh, does not quite control it. And luiGi actually misses the corner boost as well and is unable to turn to even put a shot on target. And what could have been a tight game, they're probably going to want that one back.
Yeah, indeed. They had everything going for them in that play. That bump was like big brain. I don't think the defender ever saw that one coming, but whoa! luiGi almost had the slam. They're once again making these attacks on orange net and orange defense. It always seems like they're barely holding on, but they do have that 1-goal lead.
Nice save actually coming across there off the backboard. It's going to be a nice 50 pinch as well. luiGi actually going to send this up to the side. JT is going to be able to get it by 1. Does not get it by 2. Going to be demoed for the effort. Underneath the ball goes luiGi. Shot back towards center. Marshall was able to scoop up that corner boost, which could cause some boost problems. And we've seen that does actually affect. That's going to be off the side. Squirrel, no, cannot get there. Unexpected for 2.
Marshall was backwards that whole time. He went off of the sidewall, had a front flip that was just magic. I think he wanted to hit it with the front of his car, but I think the rim skim was everything he could have asked for in that last shot.
This is game 3 of a 3-game series. We're tied up 1-1. Winner goes on to winners round 4. Loser into the double elimination bracket, which is very deep and thick in this one, considering we have many teams signed up. Squirrel going to try to carry this one out. We got 2 goals to go if they want to tie it up and send this one in. Maybe 3 goals. Why not go for 3 and go for the win? It's going to be JT actually getting challenged out in the corner. Boost left. Marshall will grab it. JT to carry. Doesn't get it by the defender there. luiGi coming out early. Squirrel going to send this back over to the other side. Coming up on 1 minute to go. Squirrel to try to get it up over near side rim. Can't do it. Marshall now to carry the other direction. luiGi, early challenge. Ball pops up. Opportunity.
No.
Squirrel a little wide. A little wide right there. Might certainly have been goal number 3. Still 1 minute to go.
They find each other very, very often on these passes. The wall does. They're looking for where their teammate is or where they think their teammate is going to be, and they're passing relentlessly. And I think it's giving them all these goal opportunities, but the execution just at the very end is not quite there for them. And that's why monkE Time is able to hold on to the defense that they've got put together. JT, though, and Marshall, when they're on offense, they make such efficient moves towards blue net. And that's why I think we've got so many goals. It's just, if they've got the opening, they take it, and they always are so accurate that they'll put a shot on. 15 seconds.
It's going to fluff out here a little bit. Yeah, very, very low on time. They got to try to find something. This might actually be it. luiGi up off the side, and Marshall just going to go ahead and actually carry this one out. Gets it by 2. We might even see a 5th goal here. luiGi sends back out to the side. Game number 3 certainly might be in the books. Do we have something else from our blue contenders? No. XD monkE Time. Winners 2-1 in this series. What a great series as well. Excellent play from both sides.
Yeah, that was great. I'll count me in as a fan of Marshall. He showed up to the court and I didn't know anything about him, but suddenly this guy can play hoops.